Hi, this is Shane Starr, and today I'm just doing a random short video about a typology problem. Really, the real reason I'm here is because I want to show off my new orange shirt and pocket square. I think it looks cool. Bright colors aren't really my thing, at least anymore, but once in a while it looks cool, and I'm in a good mood today because of some developments at work, but more on that another time. What I wanted to talk about, when I turned on record, I didn't know what I was going to talk about, but it's something I brought up before, something that bothers me, a typology problem. And it is what I see as an unnecessary and confusing overlap between intuition and introversion on the one hand, and extroversion and sensing on the other hand. Now, if you ask a third grader or someone in an office space who's never heard of MBTI, much less socionics, and ask them, what's extroversion and what's introversion, you'll probably get a pretty common sense answer. They'll say, well, extroverts like to be around people and parties and get-togethers, and they're talkative and they like to hang out with others. And introverts are more quiet and to themselves and don't really care about having a lot of friends and sneak out of parties early, and they'd rather on a date go home and watch a movie together and skip the party, as opposed to being out and about with a bunch of people and then going home after that. It's pretty easy, but in socionics and in deep dive MBTI circles, introversion is much more than that. And what it gets into is this subject-object thing. So an extrovert is someone who's interested in the real world around them, the empirical world, and an introvert is more about their ideas and how they relate to the world. So it's more about an inward based focus, which really doesn't have much to do with people, but it's about where your attention goes, out or in. And I get it, but doesn't that sound like intuition? The real world. Extroversion, that's things outside of ourselves, that's a tangible world, people, places, things, objects. And intuition is ideas, imagination, relations, abstract thoughts. Abstract as in things that aren't tangible, like this cup, or the coffee I just sipped, or this book I'm reading. I don't think that these things should be mixed up. To me, I think extroversion and introversion should have mostly to do with, how much of a people person are you versus being a lone wolf, whereas sensing and intuition should be about that subject-object dichotomy. Are you more inclined to care about objects, like your watch and cup and clothes matching and your shades and the trees and the grass and the surrounding sounds and visuals, versus your imagination, abstract thoughts, relationships between thoughts, ideas about things not in the here and now? To me, that's more intuition. So again, my main point is these things shouldn't be so fluid and mixed up. It stands to reason. I wonder, how do you ever type anyone as a sensing introvert nowadays? Because it almost seems impossible, because anyone who's in their head, not only will you type them as an introvert, but you'll type them as intuitive. And anyone who's interested in the real world objects, you're going to type them as an extrovert, even if, like me, I'm into the real world, but look around. I'm by myself. I'm by myself every day. I'm not a people person. I'm in my own little world. It's all about me and the books I'm reading and my own thoughts. But my thoughts have a foundation in the outside world, not in pie in the sky land. So again, I think that introverted sensors are very misunderstood, and it's funny because they're supposed to be among the most common of types, ISs, but who's ever typed that way? I mean, typing with famous people typed me as one, but nobody else. And I never see anyone typed as an introverted sensor. They're always typed as either an introverted intuitive or an extroverted sensor. So it's just weird, and I don't like it. And so I thought I'd say something about it. That's all I have for today. Peace out.